Alright, hey guys, doing another video. This time we're going to be talking about practical storage, something I found, and some things I'm going to be keeping on the golf cart in case of an emergency. So, found out that 2 plastic ammo cans. Oh, that's right, I have that one tied up. Let's grab this guy. So, you can get these from Walmart for $5 each. They are plastic ammo cans. They have a rubber seal around the inside so it stays nice and watertight from any rain, stuff like that. But I found that these fit right underneath the back seat, and they actually have more room so that when you're sitting there, your back and butt aren't hitting the top of the box. So this can actually slide underneath there. But the reason I wanted to do this was this is a little bit more storage that's built into the golf cart, something that you're not going to easily access. Like, you know, if you wanted to throw your wallet and keys into the pocket here, you could, or into the little cubby hole there, you can. But I wanted to free up one of those cubby holes because I had a toe strap and the winch remote in there, and I really wanted to find a better place for it. So started looking around, and I keep one of these ammo boxes in my truck with a toe strap, an extra hitch pin, and a hitch that has a D loop on it, like I've shown in the some previous videos. 2-inch receiver with a big D ring on it, get people out of tough places. So I was thinking of the same thing for the golf cart, came up with this, but this is what I'm going to keep in here. So first off, this is it's a 2-inch wide. I think it's rated for 10,000 pound. This is a winch or a winch point strap. It's basically 10 or 12 feet of strap that you can wrap around a tree to hook a winch up to pull you out of a tough spot. And like I said before, I'm not going to be mudding with this thing, but that's a great way to hook up to someone else's golf cart and either help them out of a sticky situation or help them out back to their trailer. I'm mainly thinking of this for VIR or anywhere at the beach. If you just find yourself where you're stuck, your cart's not running, you can at least have someone tow you back. Nice to have that. Of course, my winch remote, that needs to be stored somewhere. I've got spare straps kind of everywhere in my garage, so I'm going to put 2 in there. That's going to be handy for strapping things down on that cargo carrier, the one that goes into the hitch, either the front or back. Like if you're strapping down a cooler or camping chairs or a generator, something like that. And then thought about having at least a couple spare zip ties on hand, just in case, I don't know, in case you go over something and kind of, you know, yanks on some wiring and you need to put it back up somewhere. At least have some spare zip ties. And I was working on something for another video, and I blew a fuse. First time I've done that on the golf cart, so I thought to myself, probably a good idea to have some spare fuses. In the golf cart, I've only seen a 10 and a 20 amp fuse. So I have a 10 and 20, and I also have a 15 and 25. So 10, 15, 20, and 25. The only reason I have the 15 and the 25 in there is, let's just say you blow a fuse. Well, if you stick this is an emergency. If you stick a 10 amp fuse in there and it blows again, you can stick a 15 in there and hopefully make it back. That's an old auto shop trick. If people had electrical problems and kept blowing fuses, they used to cheat you a bunch of money and just put a bigger fuse in there, which can hurt the system. I don't recommend that, but I'm thinking of it in an emergency situation. So I got a few fuses in a little plastic baggie there. 2 more things I'm going to get is a little kit for a tire plug and tire patch, little kit that'll fit in the boxes, and at least have that in case you roll over something like a nail or a really sharp rock, something that you could perform a patch job and get back to where you need to be. If I could, if I was really invested into, you know, off-roading, I'd get a spare tire. That thing would look pretty cool, maybe on the roof or something like that. But this is what I'm going to have in my golf cart. Oh, I do have another drive belt, the actual propulsion belt that goes from the engine to the drive box. I'm also going to have one of those in here, just because you can't buy those at a store anywhere. You know, maybe where you're at, maybe you might have a place like near the beach. They have a lot of golf cart stores. Yeah, they're going to have the belts there. But if you're out at, say, VIR, or you're out in the woods, you're not getting one. So, I mean, why not have a spare? You're supposed to replace them at some point. You know, for me, when it breaks is when I'll replace it. But might as well have one spare just in case it does while I'm out running around. So that's why I have two boxes here. I'm gonna put like the belt, the fuses, the zip ties in one box, and then I'll put the strap, the winch remote, and the ratchet straps in another, because I'm probably gonna access one more often than the other. So, you know, I'm gonna dedicate one to long-term storage. You know, belt, fuses, emergency situation. The other one's going to be all my, you know, if I'm using the winch to pull somebody, you know, say up a small incline because their cart battery died, or, you know, something like that. I might access that one once or twice ever a year, whereas the emergency one, I mean, once in a blue moon. So let me show you what I've done to hold these in here. So not only do they fit nice and snug underneath the back of the seat there, they can move a little bit to the left or to the right. So what I'm using is a I don't know, I think that's like a 8 or 9 inch bungee, somewhere in that area. But on the handle, I've drilled 2 holes on either side here so that I could put this, oops, let me see, hook it up underneath there like that. And get this put on here. So I can put it over one of the cross members in a figure 8 like this. So I can't get that to stay. In a figure 8 like this, and it'll keep it from moving left or right. Which, let me see if I can show you guys. You can, yeah. So I've got it going around the backrest, back support, and just hooking around the handles here. So that'll keep it mostly from, you know, if I'm taking a sharp turn, from sliding down all the way the length of the golf cart back and forth. And with that underneath there, the back seat can still flip up. So give me a minute, put this all away, and show you guys. All right, so you can see that they're tucked underneath there. You know, there's no obstruction for somebody sitting there, and they're all just bungeed down. And I mean, they've got a nice little, you know, lip, you know, to kind of stay in here, and you can see that the seat folds up and there's still room. For me, that works really well. I do notice though that this little bracket here is for a seatbelt bar, so it's a whole assembly that goes in there, and you attach all your buckles and the actual belts to. So for me, I don't have a seatbelt bar on here. If you do, I don't know if that if this box would interfere with the bar going there. You know, maybe post something in the comments if you have a seatbelt bar and it's, you know, it would obstruct this box from being here. Maybe just post a comment underneath. But for me, that works really well. It's kind of hidden, you know, it doesn't draw attention to it all that much. They're not when I say super easy to get to, you know, you just drive around VIR and you park. I mean, if you leave your cell phone in here or wallet, I mean, somebody can just, you know, grab it and they're gone. Or if you leave it up front, somebody can just grab it and they're gone. But, you know, the stuff in there is not going to go anywhere. You know, somebody's not going to very quickly be able to get into those boxes. So for me, it works. And you know, this is why I post these videos, so that you guys can see what I'm doing, and then either you can make it better, or for your situation, make it work for you. There's also all this area underneath here that I could have used, but I found that the boxes fit really well underneath the seats, and I like that it does. So for me, it works. I'm just hoping that this at least allows you guys to, you know, see the options and figure out what works best for you. But y'all have a good one. Have a good Saturday.